Hey dude, welcome to my video where I give you the top 5 or my where I give you my top 5 beginner tips. All right? So, I've already started up a fresh single player world, and my first tip,
You suck.
number 5, is when looking for any kind of advanced ores beyond copper. Specifically, if you're looking for iron, you have to adventure out a couple of $100 from spawn. So right now, if I just go ahead and hop out of here, I'll show you exactly what I mean if I can find a cave quickly enough. Give me a second to find one. All right, so I just barely located a cave, literally right here. So as you can see, we're just within a little ways of spawn, roughly within the 200 block mark, and you can see that we got copper right here. Now, this is great for early game. You're going to need a decent amount of this, right? But say you want to look for iron, and you think, oh, well, we just got to go deeper. No. You don't go deeper for iron in this game. That's not how the ore spawning works, from what I have found out. So you could literally, like, at spawn, the only place you can find iron is like closer down to like near the bottom of hell, and that at the early game is just so hard to fight. So as you can see, we get down here, we see nothing but copper. There's no iron ore anywhere, you know, that kind of stuff, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and travel further out, about 300 500-ish blocks, and I'll show you what that cave looks like on the other hand. All right. Okay guys, so we just found this cave where roughly so that's a marker I can place down to kind of check. We're roughly 200-ish blocks away from spawn, which is just down here to the southwest of our map, which is roughly negative 500 and 100, right? Up here, we're at negative 200 something, and right here. So we've gone about 200 blocks out. And, oh, we got some baddies here that guy wants to murk me pretty hard. Okay, give me a minute to clear this rodent infestation out. Okay. All right, so if I head down here, yeah, see this? See that? Okay, we're starting to get iron, like right there at the first. Like, we've still got a little bit of copper here, but look at this. See all this iron right here, all this iron right here. If you went and dug straight down right at spawn, you would just get copper galore, like next to no iron. I dealt with that a bunch. And the further you go out from spawn, up to a point, because it becomes a randomly generated map after a little bit, then the ores get better. So when you go mining, you actually want to explore quite a ways outward. 200 is when you'll start to kind of see more iron and stuff. So I would say that you want to shoot for about 500 blocks away from spawn. Oh, I am about to trap myself here. Okay, moving on to the next tip. Okay, so for tip number 4, I have decided to switch over to my main world that I've been playing on. And the most important, so this is pretty darn important to learn early on, especially right when you get into that Iron Age, which I have been in for a little bit now. In your workbench, you can craft something called a repair kit, and so, so these repair kits, they are great for repairing tools that are iron on up, because you save on the metal, right? But if you use these expensive repair kits that require the iron ingot, as you can see on here, and light linen and all that, if you spend that on like a crude pickaxe, then it's just not worth it. You're spending 1 iron on a stone pickaxe when you could just use stone and fiber and all that once again. Not to mention, it looks like that they have this thing here that I actually didn't see previously, where your items will lose up to 10% of their maximum durability after being repaired. So there's that as well to consider. But yeah, completely not worth repairing crude tools or copper tools. Okay, and we'll be moving on to the next tip. Tip number 3. Being able to dash with weapons with the power attack and bunny hopping at the same time in order to get around faster. So right now I've got the regular crude daggers. You don't need anything special for this. Crude daggers that you can make at the beginning. As soon as you have a crafting bench down, you can make them or you can find them. And you can even attempt to do it with a sword, and I'll show you that in a second. But with the crude daggers, you just hold down this and you bunny hop. And you can get around extremely fast. And your stamina is going to regen, and it'll usually give you just enough time to do that. Now, you can also, if I can do this well enough, you can switch away from the weapon and switch back to it in order to be able to use the ability faster. So, to let you know what I'm doing, so I'm going to tap shift and do the power attack at the same time, and then press space as soon as it's starting to go. So forward, sprint, do the ability, hold jump, stop sprinting. Then you can keep doing that, and then you can switch on and off and just keep going. Takes a little bit getting used to, but you can see how you could easily travel around way faster. So I believe that you can do the same thing if you're using the sword as well, because it has a similar leap thing. So if we do the same thing where we hold it down, hold shift, and then I think it'll lunge us forward. It's not near as good though. The daggers actually, like, they give you a good amount of momentum. Yeah, let's move on to tip numero 2. And for this one, I'm going to have to find a creature, so give me just a moment. Okay, so we found this guy right here. So if I go ahead and hold block and let him hit me, then you can see that my stamina goes down, right? And the blocking amount goes down based on how much damage he does, right? So if I go ahead and stop blocking, and I, like, sprint away from him, give my stamina a bit, see how it regens, and then if I hold this down, it stops regenning. So block is super useful. It prevents the damage from happening to you, but you have to be careful because the stamina doesn't regenerate while you are blocking. And so typically you'll want to just swing back most of the times. And even swinging doesn't use your stamina. So it's better to just swing a bunch and try to push the mob away from you at certain times rather than blocking. In certain situations where you're, like, really low on stamina, swinging wildly is actually better at times. So, yeah. And we're going to switch back to my other world for tip number 1, the most important tip that I can give to beginners. All right, so for tip number 1, what I've got for you guys is make sure you go to the Forgotten Temple almost as soon as you get into the game. So as you can see, press M, and then it'll give you a little notification here that says Forgotten Temple Gateway. That is exactly where you want to go, and it shows up on your little HUD. So if I pointed on my screen, it would be, like, right in that direction on my main screen, up over there. Near the top, you can see the northwest, east, south dealio, and that'll help you find the Forgotten Temple easier. Another thing to know about the Forgotten Temple is that it is not the only Forgotten Temple. There are multiple of them strewn across Ooh, that is a lot of wolves. Anyway, I will get my way over there as soon as possible. So guys, you would be making your way to the temple. It would look kind of like this, and there's a lot of side structures to this thing, but the main thing you're looking for is that centerpiece right there. And it has this little pathway with what I call the Rubik's Cube woman, or the Rubik's Cube statue. Very pretty statue, by the way. I do like that statue. Okay, we're gonna make our way down here after, of course, looking at this and looking at the great visuals inside of this temple here. And another little bit of a side tip. Grab this bucket. If you grab this bucket, it gives you a very early way of transporting water and also collecting milk. And milk's useful for making cheese, which is a pretty decent food. And the water is going to be needed for farming. So there you go. Another little side tip while we're doing this main one. So here we are. We're down here and we see this big, huge Malphite guy. Now you can choose to fight him, or you can just, run directly past him into the portal and not even worry about it.
Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this.
You really don't have to worry about that, okay? And we make our way into what is essentially almost like a realm of its own. You teleport to this little realm of its own. This is where most of the story, I assume, will take place, where you can get main quests and stuff like that done. For now, the only thing that they really have is this merchant right here, where you can trade. This guy doesn't trade just yet. And then this statue right here. You press F on it, you unlock what's called the memories feature. This is probably the most important thing to go and get done as a beginner. This basically unlocks your main quest line and is extremely important for unlocking recipes down the road. And what these memories are, basically just memories of creatures when you see them. So then you can come here, you can record memories that you see. Those 3 memories that I just got were just creatures that were around here. So if you played for 10 hours and then finally came over here, you would have missed out on all those memories. So you got to come over here. Just make sure you press F on this once and unlock it. And then after that, you're good to just go do whatever you want, anything like that. So there you go. That is my beginner tips for this game, Hytale. If you enjoyed, let me know. And if you want to go ahead and talk to me, leave a comment. I love responding to comments. And, bro, have a nice rest of your day. And make sure you have some fun playing something you like.